What's up, everyone? Welcome to Jason's Own World, or another video coming at you in 2021. That's so crazy. Screw 2020. Welcome to 2021, where new memories and better things are happening than last year. But today I got a good one for you. I've had some misfires. See clip here. I've had some misfires going on with my car under full throttle acceleration. Under normal driving conditions, it's been pretty decent actually. It still drives just fine, but I did test my ignition coils the other day, which I will include in this video, and I'll show you how to test your ignition coils to see if they went bad or not. But I did find out that one of them was bad, so we will roll that here in just a second. But I just wanted to go through and kind of do like a whole tune-up on my car. So basically ignition coils, and I'll show you which ones I got, which are better than stock, I think. Who knows? They're red. They're red. But so I got new ignition coils, and I also got new spark plugs, which I'll also show you in a second. So keep on watching, and let's get this rolling. Peace. So to test your ignition coils to see if your ignition coils are functioning properly and that they're getting the correct voltage and ohm readings, you're going to want to take a multimeter that you can find at your nearest AutoZone. You can buy it online on Amazon. They're really cheap, anywhere from like 15 bucks or whatever to 30, or you know, they're really cheap and affordable. But you're going to want to take your multimeter, and then you're going to turn it on to the on position. So you're going to want to put the position in the ohms right here. And then you're going to be set to test your ignition coil. So what you want to do is you'll want to grab your ignition coils. These are from my MK7 GTI. There's only 4 of them because it's a 4-cylinder. But you'll find ignition coils that are very similar to this style on almost every car out there. I don't know about truck, but with cars I'm familiar with, and they're almost all this style. And then they're going to have an electrical connection right here that the electrical connector from inside your engine connects to power it up to create that spark. And on mine I have 4 little terminals inside there, as you can see there. What you're going to do is you can basically use any of your terminals to test the ohmage for your ignition coil. So you'll take these out of your car. Make sure you disconnect the battery to do so that you don't ground anything, you don't electrocute yourself. But you'll take your ignition coil, set it right there. Make sure your multimeter is on the ohm setting. You'll have a positive and a negative lead here. And what you'll do is you'll just go inside right here and connect it to any 2 right there. I am showing 0.49 ohms, which is really good. Now I've already done this test, but I'm just showing you that anywhere from like 0.2 to 1 is pretty good from what I hear for the MK7 GTI. You want to fall in the 0.4 to 0.8 range. So this one tested out really good. So I'm going to go on to ignition coil number 2 for cylinder 2 that I took out. Same thing, positive 1 terminal, negative 1 terminal. And this is not showing anything. You'll want to double check it. If it's not showing anything, always double check your work, triple check your work, just so you are getting a correct reading or no reading at all. I'm doing it again and it's not showing anything. So I don't know if it's one of these pins, so I'm going to check 2 other pins on this side, and it shows something there. Shows something there, but the very right pin is not it's not reading at all. So what that tells me is the very right pin on cylinder 2 ignition coil is probably faulty, and that could be possibly the reason why I was getting a misfire under acceleration, under full throttle. When I would accelerate slowly, it wouldn't really misfire at all. But if I really got on the throttle, it would just be like bup, 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 bup. That could be the reason why it's showing a misfire when under throttle. Let's go ahead and check cylinder 3 ignition coil. Do the same thing with the same prongs inside there. And that's boom. That's perfect. That's showing, let's see, let's try this one more time. 0.5. Awesome. Okay. And then the other one, cylinder number 4 ignition coil, and that's showing 1. Actually, this one's showing 1 ohm. Okay. Cylinder 3 ignition coil is also showing 1 ohm. Let's just do cylinder 2 again, showing 0 ohms, and cylinder 1 ignition coil is showing 0.5 ohms. So this one is good. I mean, these 3 right here are good. This one is bad. And you can do that test just like that. Very simple way to understand if one of your ignition coils is going bad. Another way you can test your ignition coils if they're going bad is when the car's running and you disconnect it. And if you hear any rough engine noise or anything like that, then most likely the ignition coil is working, but you don't know how well it's working. That's the problem with that test. I actually did that test on all 4 of these, and I had my engine running, and I disconnected number 1. Engine went to a stutter, so I connected it back up, turned the car off, and restarted it, and it idled fine. Then I repeated that process with ignition coil 2, 3, and 4, and the same thing happened. So it's telling me that number 2 ignition coil is like partly working, but under heavy load, that's when it's like probably grounding out, or it's not creating enough spark or something like that. So this one's obviously bad. What I'm going to do is I'm probably going to replace all of them, because I do have almost 81,000 miles on the car, and I've never had to replace ignition coils. And since I'm running almost double the amount of power on the car from the factory, I think it's about time to just replace them all, so that I don't just replace this one and then the next week this one goes out, or this one goes out, or this one goes out. It's just best to replace them all in my condition, since they've all been put through a pretty good amount of use. So there you have it. Make sure you turn off your multimeter so it doesn't run out of the battery and you have to get another one, unless you have one that you can charge, which are nice, but those are more expensive. But that's how you test your ignition coils. I hope you like that. The last thing that I'm going to do is go in and disconnect the spark plugs from the engine, take those out and check the gap on the spark plugs, and also check for any heat resistance or corrosion or anything that's going on with the spark plugs. I did replace them probably 20,000 miles ago, so maybe they're in for a replacement. They are the Brisk Silvers, and it's the first time that I've ever used the Brisk Silvers. And for some reason, I always had like under like when I was like on cruise control or something like that, I would get a stutter. I would get a go boo, boo, and it would only happen like randomly every now and then. It wouldn't happen on a daily basis. So maybe. Oh, and another thing, when I installed the Brisk Silver plugs, because it was a busy day, I actually did not check the gap when I installed them. So that could be one reason why I was getting that stutter when I was like under cruise control at very low RPMs. That could have been, one of the reasons why. my ignition coil failed. It's just a matter of times. I haven't checked the gap yet, so I'm gonna do that, and I'll show you that here in a second. All right, guys. So I just got back from work. It was a long day, but a really good day. And guess what I came home to? This. Oh yeah. Check it out. Oh yeah. I ordered the ignition coils and the spark plugs from USP Motorsports. And the reason why I decided to buy from them is because the company ECS Tuning, who I normally buy all my stuff from, the ignition coils were on back order, the ones that I wanted to get. And I didn't really mind getting the original ones. I didn't really care. I don't think ignition coils are really that big of a difference if you get the upgraded ones like the APRs or anything like that. But I do like the red. I do like the blue that APR gives out, like the different colors and stuff like that. So I kind of wanted to go that route, but I didn't really want to spend a lot of money like APR does. So I decided to check on other websites, and on the USP Motorsport website, they had their ignition coils. I don't know if it's like their brand or if it's like the performance brand, but this brand is only found on their website. And the brand is Lager, Lager, Lager or Lager, whatever. I don't really know how to pronounce it. But that's the brand that I decided to get. And the reason why I decided to get that brand is because they were on sale. They were on sale like crazy, like their bundle for the Lager red ones and the Denso spark plugs that I wanted to get. I had Densos before and I loved the Densos. I love the Densos. So I decided to get the Densos again because I've always had a good experience with them with this car. So when I saw that the Lager brand for the ignition coils and the Denso spark plugs, the exact Denso spark plug that I wanted, was in a bundle and on sale, they were also cheaper than the stock ones that I found on ECS. I did all the math and I did all the bundling and stuff on, and on ECS I would have spent probably another $40 or $50 just to get the OEM ignition coils and the spark plugs that I wanted, the Denso ones. If I wanted to get the APR ones, USP Motorsports also provided those, but they were like $35 for each ignition coil. The Lager ones came to about $22 per ignition coil. So getting this brand was, finding this deal and getting this brand was like a no-brainer to me. I get the performance one, which is going to be cheaper than the stock one because the stock one's around $32 anyway. So it was a win-win for me. So like I said, I just got home from work and here's the box. So let's do a little bit of unboxing here. Let's get my knife. I know it's on my bed, but we'll get this going on. Kind of hard to do with one hand here. Jeez. Let's see here. Okay, just got it. Let me put this aside. Boom, right there. And let's open this up, guys. See what's going on in this box. So, obviously, I'm pretty sure those are going to be my ignition coils. I got my little nifty receipt here. Bam. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 ignition coils in there, and there's my spark plugs. Wait, there's something else in there. What is that? So I got the Denso spark plugs right here. As you can see, right there. This thing is not focusing today. There we go. Denso radium power spark plugs. Yeah, the IKH24s. Those are the ones you want for your IS38s, guys. So let's put those aside. But look at this. Look at that. Nice. Gummy bears. Sweet. Okay, I'm going to eat those tonight for sure. Got this little thank you card, which is really cool. That's pretty neat. Awesome. I'll have to check that out. What does it say here? Get featured, take a picture. Ooh, I might just have to do that. Yeah, I'll do that for sure. Oh yeah, nice little sticker, USP Motorsports. That's one sticker that I do not have on my car yet, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, stickers, whatever. And check this out, a USP Motorsports keychain. Nice. Remove before launch. That's awesome. Dude, that is sweet. That is sweet. That's pretty that's pretty cool. Awesome USP Motorsports. You know what? ECS Tuning doesn't do that. They don't do that. Why don't they do that? Oh yeah, because they're probably a bigger company, they make more money, blah blah blah. Whatever. You know, I think I might be buying from these guys more often because fast shipping, good prices, good deals. I just wish they had more items. That's the only thing. But yeah, I'm stoked. I'm stoked. One last thing here I want to do is I want to open these suckers up. I haven't seen them yet, so yeah, let's do this. Let's open this up. Check out these ignition coils because I'm pretty stoked about this. Wow, you know what? There's some good weight to that. A lot more weight than the stock ones, that's for sure. So let's open this up, put that aside. Oh yeah, that feels good. That is nice quality. And the screw point there, that is solid. That is solid, guys. Wow, this just feels good. It feels like it's billet aluminum or something, but it's metal and it's high quality. Lagger, you are great. I don't know how APR is, but this Lagger ignition coil feels great, so I can't wait to put it in tomorrow. So let's get to that. Let's get to the install. Before you do this job, I highly recommend getting a tool like this. See this little tool? It's really skinny. And the reason why I highly recommend getting this tool is because when you're taking off the bolts that secure the ignition coils to the engine block, the aluminum engine block, if you don't have a wrench, I think it's like a 10 or something like that, but I'm not sure. If you don't have a wrench that's skinny enough, you're not going to be able to take it off. So this will at least get in here like so to hold that, and then you'll get your 10 right here on the top for the nut on the top, and boom, it's that easy. It's that easy. So get a tool like this. You can get them anywhere. You can get them at Walmart probably. These are awesome. And I'm looking at the gap here, and this is 0.32 filler right here, and it slides right in. If it's, there we go. Slides right in. So I know this one right here is just too much of a gap, which is why it could have been misfiring too. But every single one has a 0.32 sliding right into it. Look at that, 0.32. Focus. 0.32 slides right in, and then this one too. So it's not focusing. There we go. And that's one. What you want to do is have it 0.23. What you want to do is have it at 0.23 to 0.25 on your gap for your spark plugs, and you should be set. So I already pre-gapped the ones we just installed, and it started right up. So looking good. Can't wait to get it out for a drive to see if it's misfiring still. Alright guys, so the job is all finished. Went and took it for a test drive, and not a single misfire. Tires are spinning again. Second gear and third gear, not a single misfire. It's awesome. It's driving really good again. I'm super stoked that replacing my ignition coils with brand new ones, as well as my spark plugs, fixed my misfire issue. So now I'm gonna go drive it. I'm really excited that my car is just finally working like it's meant to be. So I'm gonna end this video with that. If you like this video, please like it. That will help me substantially. Also, go and subscribe if you feel like my content is some value to you. And then hit that notification bell up here so that you can get the notifications when I make new videos. Thank you for watching again, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace!